God, are you kidding me? Ladies and gentlemen, here in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have our Red Zerg player from StarTale. 6 pooling his teammate. It's 0. His opponent down in the bottom left-hand corner, as we mentioned before, our Protoss player, blue Protoss player from StarTale that just won the last set against Arthur. It is Panic.
Okay, so I think the first thing I'm going to get here, Kevin, is a nice little, I'm going to get myself one of those pads where you can hit a button and it plays the, clip.
Yeah.
Soundboard, thank you. There, that's the word my mind was looking for. It finally decided to remind me what it was called. I'm going to get one of them, because right now we need to be playing like the woohoo. I'm forgetting the name of that band, but...
Weezer?
Is it?
I believe so, right?
The album's yellow that it's on. I always thought, thought it was like a band that I don't know.
I could be 100% wrong. No, yeah, you're correct.
Right.
No, I'm 100% wrong.
Oh, what is their name? It's like... It's a short word. It's like a single word. It's like Rush, or I think it is Rush. I think the band's name is Rush.
I know Rush.
Yeah.
I don't know new music.
Maybe it's not Rush.
In any case, we have a 6 pool, buddy. That's a 6 pool.
Yep, it's scouted now.
Yeah. Still a lot of Zerglings coming out, and still no Forge. There we go. Forge put down to the 14 supply. Of course, have to get that out as quick as possible.
So Panic, he was thinking all these things. He was like, all right, 0. Here's what he likes to do. Here's what I think I'm going to go for an Immortal Sentry all-in. Cloud Kingdom, he won't be expecting that. I never do it when we practice together. Oh my god, he's 6-pulling me. So Panic now is in a panic, and he's going to have to deal with the 6 lings headed towards space.
And he's already doing the defense that you build the Forge up at the front, you put a pylon in the back of your mineral line, you stick a photon cannon right in the middle there, and there it is. And he's putting it here, not in the dead center, because it reaches to the end of the probes. It's what? Oh, blur. There you go. And there you go. Thank you very much, Tim. We appreciate that. And the photon cannon reaches to the side of the Vespian geysers, too. So with just one photon cannon, you actually watch your entire resource line.
It was blur.
There you go. Tim, so good. Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the photon cannon falls down.
It's the end of the world as we know it. I'm sorry, that's terrible. That's really bad for Panic, guys. That's quite horrendous.
And he loses 1 probe, and he's already pulled this many off the line, which means he's now lost another several hundred, or a couple hundred resources.
This is pretty terrible for him. Basically, the ideal scenario, you use your probes to defend against it. He has lost another probe. Yes. He's gotten the link count down to 2, though. And now 2 is an amount that you don't actually have to pull all your probes off the line. You can pull like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 12 and manage to deal with those.
So a few more lings actually started heading across the map, and they're going to catch up and pick off the Forge, pick off the pylon very quickly. Just make sure that nothing else can be used from this. I actually like the decision. I mean, there are a couple of advantages for going for either of these structures. If you go through for the pylon a little bit quicker, yeah, he does hide the Zerglings off to the side. If you go for the pylon, you supply block him a bit earlier on. If you go for the Forge, you prevent any other cannons from being able to be put up. So advantages to both, but he decides to pick off the Forge first.
Yep. So at this point, we have a Cyber Core going down. Picking off the Forge first is really smart here because 0 made those extra links. So he doesn't even want the possibility of, a probe coming down and seeing the extra links and being like, oh, more cannons.
All right. Well, we'll see if he can get in and do anything with those here in just a bit. Of course, now Panic is set into kind of a weird place.
Yeah.
Some players will decide to 3-gate expand out of this. That's a very safe way to go about it because your opponent's pretty far set back too. Oh my god, and he actually has position to be able to pick off this pylon too. He's got to watch out for those Zerglings. 2
though, and that there's a Zealot on the field. Even probes could adequately defend that. Zerglings will be shipped on out, and Stalker is going to be made behind this by Panic. No hatchery still for 0. He's working on getting speed and making sure that he has the potential and the strength to defend against any follow-ups here for Panic.
He did quit mining gas, though, so that hatchery's going to hit here pretty soon. We already see the drone making its way out, so it'll be on the way. But still not as big of an advantage, I think, as he would have liked to have carried after all of that investment. I think making the extra 4 lings was a little bit interesting.
It was because, he forced the cancel on that cannon, and I saw it. I was thinking about the same thing earlier too, Kevin. I was like, that just wasn't the best response. When you force the cancel on the cannon, you got to be happy with that, because the 7 and 8 pool will actually do the same thing that this 6 pool did. Like a 7 pool will do the same thing as a 6 pool. They will react to it with the pylon and a cannon in their main base. the advantage that the 6-pull offers is you have the potential to possibly, you know, force the cancel on that cannon. If you do, be very happy. You managed to secure the one unlikely advantage that because the 7-pull, the cannon's going to be done.
Yeah.
The 6-pull, maybe not. Maybe you can pull it off. He did. Be happy with it. You got a couple extra probe kills because of it. He tried to make some extra lings and get more, and that set him a bit behind.
Well, the good news is that it's not a slow ling all in. The bad news is that it's speedling pressure. So Zero is still going to try and duck in and get some damage done. He actually does trap the Sentry and the Stalker in a pretty decent spot, but the Photon Cannon's just going to work. It's already picked off a lot of units, but the Sentry going down and then the Stalker afterwards. Ooh, but the Stalker survives.
The Stalker. That's a hero right there.
Yeah. And so if he had picked off the Stalker in addition to this, the Lings would have definitely been worth it because this Stalker essentially in just terms of resources is equivalent to about, I'd say, what is it, 7, something like that, 7 Zerglings, 7 or 8 Zerglings. So
it's 125.50, so
yeah.
175, I mean, yeah, that's a good approximation. That's actually
7.
Very accurate, but remember at the same time, you know, gas is even more expensive, so that Stalker, now that it's going to go down, oh my goodness, if this Stalker doesn't die.
Wow.
If this Stalker, it's not going to die. 6 kills.
Yeah.
Guy's a mentor. I'm going to go to him for next time I need lessons for Protoss. I'm learning Protoss, by the way, Kevin.
Oh.
Playing some Protoss today, man. I was playing a lot of Protoss.
You see what's been building up here over to the right-hand side, too? That's a lot of Zealots.
That is.
This is a 4-gate. Now, this could be a 4-gate expand. We'll find out. He's got a lot of units he could pressure with, though.
Zero is streaming lings across the map right now, quite a few of them.
Yeah, and actually already catches the Stalker, which immediately dies. The next Warpin is going to have to be back at home, but that is a lot of Zealots making their way out.
There are spine crawlers being made because Zero knows that something is wrong here. And this is what's wrong. Lots of Zealots right now. Lings are turning around, making their way back home. That's going to mean Panic's base is safe. And Zero actually, if he gets a Zealot wall off right now into the main base, he can run the wet. No, he doesn't. Not going to happen. We'll talk about it later, but the Zealots are taking some nice damage right now from these Lings. Zero's going to manage to maybe hold this off. The Spines are getting ready to finish, but now the Zealots will be able to run into the main.
That's right. But the problem is now is they can actually swipe away at these before they come up. I'm not actually sure why I didn't target those down a second ago, because now they're going to be able to get some swipes in. Still, these are going to fall relatively efficiently, and the Zealots have continued to do their damage.
Yep, there's way more units following this up than Zero's going to be able to handle. He's making 8 more Zerglings. That's it.
GG. What a weird... The whole day's worth of games have been very weird today. I just want to point that out there. Panic does take game number 1.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. We saw San play yesterday with very unorthodox play style as well. Must be a full moon or something.
I don't know. In any case, weird stuff. Weird stuff is happening today, guys, but we're going to go ahead and move into the next